Hey guys, my name is Jen. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be another ranty video because I like to rant a lot. But this is something a little bit different. So, last night I had a conversation with my mom. My god, this is usually how all these things start up anyways. So I was talking to her about, I don't remember really what, but I came across something. And I was just like, oh, discovery or theory or, oh. But it would explain quite a bit of things that I've been like, about over the past few years. And this is basically Thoughts at 3 a.m. with Jen. Because I usually think of these things at 3 a.m., but it was like 11 at night. This is what I call the color theory. Now, this may be very far-fetched, this may be completely wrong. It's just a theory.
That's just a theory!
And so I will be creating a video on basically explaining my theory of color. This is what I call the color theory. And the shortest explanation, and I will go into this deeper. No two colors are exactly the same like a snowflake. Because no two snowflakes are the same. Unless you have so many patterns that there has to be repeats at some point. To basically explain how I'm going to start this off, because I really don't know how to. I really don't know how I did it last night for 20 minutes. But there's this condition called tetrachromacy, and basically that allows a human person with this condition to see 100 million colors. So many more colors than humans without this can see. It's basically the opposite of colorblindness, honestly. And it basically revolves around what I'm trying to say here, with no two colors are exactly alike. So I don't really understand how to explain this further, take a shot every time I say that, but take this vinyl, for example, that I just have laying here. See the colors in it. And you see how a lot of the colors look exactly the same. And I have this explained as a paint can theory as well. I call this a paint effect. So, these colors look the same. The purple and then the purple right next to it look the same, right? What if they're different colors? What if they're so slightly different that they look the same? Now, this is the paint can effect. You take colors and mix them together. So you take one can of blue and one can of red, and then you get purple, right? Well, in every paint can, there are different amounts of each color, and you can compensate for that color from the missing and put it into the other. But that changes because colors are strange. And on the color wheel, you have to mix this color exactly and this color exactly to get this color. But what if the amounts are a little bit off? Just by a little bit. Because no two paint cans are going to have exactly the same amount of paint in them, right? Right. So if you take one paint can, mix it with another paint can, which will never have the same measurements again, you get this color. And every time you mix those two colors to get this color, you'll get what looks like the same color every single time. But since our eyes, and this is kind of how dogs see a little bit of yellows and blues and mostly black and whites. And then they mesh together to create something else. But what if humans, because of the amount of cones and rods in our eyes, don't really see individual specks of color, but we find groups of these colors that look similar or look very similar that they're the same, group them together and create one color. Sounds a little bit far-fetched, right? It kind of does, honestly. I have no scientific evidence to back this up, I only have that condition to back me up on this, which is why this is a theory that I cannot prove. This will never become a scientific law. But you mix these colors. So you take black paint, you mix it with white paint to get gray, and then you do that same process over and over again. But let's say there's 10 milliliters of black paint, and you mix it with 10 milliliters of white paint, and then you mix it, you get 20 milliliters of gray because you're adding, math. But you get what you think is 10 milliliters of each color again, but no, it's 10.000001 milliliters of paint, a microscopic number that's so small that it's not detectable. But you have 9.9999999 milliliters of white paint. Mix it together, you get a color that's very similar to the color you got originally, but it's not the same color, though it looks the same. That's basically all I got. I'm just going to be repeating myself, which is why my conversation with my mom took so long to do last night, is because I kept repeating myself to try to explain what I was seeing and what I was trying to talk about. So I hope you guys understand that well enough. If you did like this theory, add something in the comments below that I may have missed. Add to my theory. I would love to hear your explanations. I would love if someone could find science to back this up. And if you have anything else that you would like me to put in a video, put in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on my social media and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. More ukulele tutorials are coming soon. But I was gonna do the Super Carlin Brothers outro. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. This series is basically, if you've ever watched Mini Lad, it's basically Thoughts with Minnie.